Yeah, it's still common even today. You're right. Oh, I don't like this system. I don't like this system. We're leaving. We're leaving. How far does the storm go? Okay, we're gonna go this way. The reason why I don't like this right now is I have this right here, which means I cannot cloak. Yeah, it makes you value the equipment. And it also saves them money. Yeah, because here's the thing: if you're trying to supply 500 people who decided not to show up and come prepared, you're gonna pay a convenience fee. If you didn't bring a paintball gun to the paintball field, you're gonna pay a rental fee. And if it's a specialized ship, sometimes they're gonna have you give it back. Like sometimes in slow, if we had a doctrine that was specialized, we would have people put down a deposit and then they would get it back after they came back alive, or if it died or something and they were following orders, we would just give them the money back. But free market also works for alliances. Plenty of people build stuff. Yeah. Can I get an idea of what percentage is convenient? Typically it was 5 to 10%. I got super greedy sometimes and this is full in admittance, because people would buy it. It's free market. People would buy it. And people were allowed to undercut me. I would sometimes charge 20%. You did not take advantage of our cheap logistics. You did not go and take advantage of our cheap logistics and get yourself set up. And now we're 5 minutes into a fleet that you want to participate in. You're paying 20%. That was me being greedy. Is I spent the time to not only outfit myself, but to outfit others who didn't prepare. You're paying a fee. And other people, after they would get established, because I was importing from Jita price. After people would get established, they would undercut me and I would exit the market. But I would make profit from people not setting up beforehand. And if you are, pay attention next time you look at the market for a doctrine ship on the market. If you did not get it at Jita, look at the Jita comparison. You might find that you're paying a convenience fee already just being out in null, because you didn't ship it yourself. If someone, and even if someone's building it locally, they're not under obligation to match Jita price. I know I keep asking this, but I want to make sure I'm doing it right. I want to do the air career program stuff at Galente. If I just do the ones they suggest, should I be fine, right? I don't need to go to the agent to complete them. You need to go to the agents to complete them. If you're looking at the air career, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything else. If you go to the air career program and you have the different stuff, so like career agent missions, you need to go here. You can go to the ones in Exordium. you need to do these career missions in Exordium. That's the only way to complete those ones. Well, if it isn't my moderator, Konukame, finally showing his face. You don't know where Exordium is? It's right here, friend, right in the center of the map. So you just go to manifest, right, or wherever your agent is, right click, set destination, it'll take you there. Are you running the officer launcher? No. I'm not even running the officer launcher on my Odysseus. I run the officer. Does it matter that I'm Glintic? Nope, doesn't matter. Exordium is new player space. Exordium is new player space. And you can freely go in and out. I have forgotten how to plug the Discord on this. Exclamation mark Discord. Can you get to Pochvin from Exordium? I think you can filament out. I don't think you can filament in. Yes, Doc. You gotta get that O mod so you can one pass these sites. I have the Exuma. I have the Zugma on my Buzzard. I use the Ravelli on my Odysseus when I'm doing wormhole stuff. So yeah. And hydrate. Thank you, Warden. I actually need to drink more water. I got a plasma donation tomorrow. But yes, Doc, there are Gallente career agents in Exordium.
Tell us more about the lore.
Ooh.
The lore.
So I'm going to do the explain it like I'm 5 first, because that'll take a little less time. So explain it like I'm 5. Why I play Minmatar? Because they were Winmatar, and you trust in the rust always. They are a Winmatar. Winmatar. Okay, so Society or Sisters of Eve, what's their story? Why do they have such good ships for exploration? So what is this Ravelli you speak of? The Ravelli I speak of is the only officer module integrated analyzer. It is essentially a better Zugma, so slightly more health, and it has one more utility slot than a Zugma. That's basically it. Also 5% or 5 less teraflops of CPU. So yeah, from the event, guns go brr. That's why, because it rhymes with grug. That's why. So the Sisters of Eve, so they are a religious order. I'm gonna get started on hacking some of these. They are a religious order who worship they worship God, and they believe that God is on the other side of the Eve Gate. Hey, I'm not the only one who knows the imbalance after 20 years. So they believe God lives on the other side of the Eve Gate, and it's their mission to try to get to the other side, their mission is to try to get to the other side. I might reduce the points value because I feel I'm not doing enough for lore talk right now. So I'm thinking about lowering the points value because 5,000 points for just a 5-minute explanation doesn't feel worth it. So I'm probably going to lower that to like 2,500, something like that. Because I'm sometimes running into things where I'm not able to answer super much about something. I actually really haven't looked into Sisters lore too much. So I don't, other than they worship God and they believe he resides on the other side of the Eve Gate, and that's where they get their name from. That's for the they explain it like I'm 5. I'm talking about the lore one. I feel like I'm not doing it justice. The 5K win. Yeah. The explain it like I'm 5 is I think well priced at 500 because depending on the topic I can get very ranty. I think something like 2,500 would be more appropriate. So but yeah, so they believe God resides on the other side of the Eve Gate, and that is where they get their namesake is on the Eve Gate itself. Hey, NXVGG. And Ghost passed with the 7-stream streak. Congratulations. I hope you're doing good, having a good stream. Doing good, having a good stream. Absolutely. So there's 3 letters inscribed at the top of the ruins of the Eve Gate. EVE. We don't know what the Terrans originally meant it for, what it stands for or anything like that, but that's where we get the Eve Gate from, is EVE. For whatever reason, we still have we still call it the letter E, we call it the letter V and E. Get you going on the Jove, and it's clearly a 10K rant. Yes. Yeah. Because I'm doing exploration, I'll ask instead of go look for myself. Do you have a lore playlist? I do have a lore playlist. Let's listen to the lore playlist. This is when I'm doing like audiobook stuff on stream. This is my lore playlist when I'm doing something like reading the Inheritance Chronicle or something. Yeah, it's pricey. It's pricey module. Sorry, I'm just now seeing that message. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing any. Let's see here. How close are we on a giveaway? 11 minutes on a giveaway. Is this the last one? Let's see. We gave away. That's 1 giveaway, 2 giveaway, 3 giveaway, 4 giveaway. We are a giveaway short. We're a giveaway short, friends. So I'm gonna end this giveaway. We're gonna draw really quick after I do this, and then we're gonna start a 30-minute giveaway for the last one. Tell us more about
the lore. The lore. The lore.
Which, where is that? Where is that? All right. What lore do you want to know? What lore do you want to know? Ooh, that's very nice. Not streaming for another hour. I am streaming for another hour. It's just if this one ends and then I do another hour, we're gonna be at we're gonna be out of time. We're gonna be going overtime, is what I'm saying. So we're gonna draw after I do this one here. So we're gonna draw the first one, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the next one immediately, but it's gonna be a half-hour time instead of an hour time. All right, 5 seconds. If you've not gotten yourself in on the giveaway, !Lynn now. Can I get your opinion between Vagabond or Thriss for a kiting small gun?
Scan detected.
I'm not very good at kiting unless it's an Omen Navy issue and in a big gang. I would probably say a party Vagabond. Thank you for the follow, Edgarius. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I canceled it. I thought I meant to click close entry. Okay, everyone. !Lynn, you got 5 minutes. 5 minutes for my screw up. You got to re-enter. I'm sorry. I meant to click cancel giveaway. I meant to click close entries, not cancel giveaway. Get yourself in. Get yourselves in. Everyone get in. Everyone get in. !Lynn. You got 5 minutes. You basically got until I'm done with this particular site. I'm such an idiot. And chat's going by so fast that that people can't, that I can't see people telling me I'm not an idiot, but I am. Somebody needs a nappy. Good thing I'm not operating heavy equipment. Hydrate. This just means that everybody that is here, that enters, is actually here. Thank you. Thank you. So get in. I accidentally deleted everyone's entries, so get yourselves in. How you misclicked. Because red normally means a bad thing. Let me show you. I can share my screen in 2 seconds. Because red normally means a bad thing.
Frameshift drive charging.
So this is what happened. This. Red normally means a bad thing, so I clicked the normal-ish looking button. So instead of clicking this button, and this just gets weird when we finish that number, we'll go back together. Granted, we're missing about 10 people. We're missing about 10 people, so overall, that means we just got rid of 10 inactive people. I'm gonna draw an extra 100 mil as compensation. So we're gonna give 10 seconds. !Lynn. So yeah, I thought this was the cancel button because it's big and red and don't push it. Get yourselves back in. Get yourselves back in. Also, this system that I'm in, Ranixon, it's almost ranking. Almost ranking. All right. I'm clicking close entries this time. The winner. I'm giving away 300 million ISK this round as compensation. So the first winner of 100 million ISK is Evot. Evot for 100 million ISK. Congratulations, congratulations. Congratulations. Alrighty, we got Evot. 100 million ISK right here. Congratulations. The next person of 100 million ISK is Merrick. Merrick, what is your in-game name, Merrick? Congratulations, congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, Merrick, what is your in-game name? What is thy in-game name?
November, you must submit a docking request before landing at this port. Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 40. Automated docking initiated.
Activate mark IGN. So I know who to send this to.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking successful. Engaging docking restraints. It's good to have you with us, Commander. complete. Moderate speed on exit.
Target engaged. Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh my god, they lock you in. Okay.
What would you say is the biggest mistake Bungie has ever made? Personally, before we watch this video right here, the biggest mistake Destiny ever made, I think, arguably the DCB, Destiny Company. But let's see what he has to say.
It's been a year since the beginning of the Fate saga, a year and a few days actually. The Edge of Fate released on July 15th, 2025, and it changed Destiny forever. The game was already on a decline overall. Releases didn't see numbers spike back up as expected. But this expansion was the one that most believe did things in for sure. And it's not just the expansion itself, the destination and the story. It was also the complete overhaul of Destiny 2. After years of something players
Nullsec is ruined, or is it? Sweeping changes slated to arrive during the September 2026 major update have been presented by Fenris Creations game design director Okami. And these changes will have a direct impact to the operations of Sov holding alliances in EVE Online. And many people are wondering or presuming that Null is done for. Let me share my thoughts on it with you as someone who has been on the inside of Null Alliance management. EVE Online is too big to explore alone. Let's explore it together. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Lynn Rankin. I've spent a long time in New Eden, and I'm here to share with you what I've learned and continue to learn in this amazing game we call EVE. On July 17th, 2026, a dev blog was posted by FC Okami discussing the future of force projection in EVE Online. As a heads up to anyone who does not know about certain terminologies, these are terms I will be using in this video since I'll be using my soft management and logistics experience in a small to medium-sized alliance. And I'll be using a lot of jargon that normally I would stop and explain along the way. Here are the terms. SOV, player-controlled territory in Nullsec. ANSI, or jump gates, short for Anzaplex jump gates, a player-built stargate, if you will. Cyno and Cyno jammer, beacons that capital ships can jump to, and subsequently Cyno blockers preventing them from being activated. Jump fatigue, fatigue that builds up after you jump to a Cyno, with the cooldown for the next jump taking more time the more frequently you jump in a short amount of time. Null block, a coalition of alliances who are friendly to each other. ACL, access control list, managing who can access certain structures or functions in EVE Online. Force projection, the ability to project your forces long distances and how easily you can do so. There will be more terms introduced throughout the video, but I'll explain those as I go. As someone who has been a primarily Null player since 2012 and directly involved in Alliance and SOV management for the past 3 years until earlier this year, and someone who has coordinated the supply chain management of fueling more than 100 structures and coordinating system resources under the still fairly new Equinox SOV system. I feel I can comment on this in a way that is objective to the life of someone who has touched these systems. Let's break down the current state very briefly. Anzaplexes can only be placed down once a system reaches a strategic index level of 3, meaning it has been owned uninterrupted for 35 days and the relevant SOV upgrade is installed in that system. From a resource perspective, perspective, the upgrade requires the system to have at least 500 power, just over 18,000 workforce, and needs to be supplied with 25 super ionic ice per hour to have active. Roughly 250 million is per month if an alliance is not collecting its own ice from planets. Ansiblexes have to be fueled with fuel blocks, costing around 400 million is per month depending on the racial fuel type, and need to be fed with a constant supply of liquid ozone, which is consumed anytime a ship jumps depending on its mass. This is sort of negligible since it's a byproduct of fuel block production. All ship types can take the jump gate, including capital ships. There can only be one gate per system. The maximum connection range between jump gates is 5 light years, and you can connect your jump gate to the jump gate that belongs to a different alliance as long as they agree to the connection. By the way, if you ever want to see where jump gates are located, all you need to do is go to your map, click the little constellation icon in the bottom left, click the 3 dots, and you'll be able to see jump gates you have access to, as well as all jump gates regardless of access. This brings us to force projection. Let's say a fight is happening in the southwest on the border of Period Basis and Delve in the system of LWX-93, and the Imperium in the system of C-J6MT wants in on the fight. With jump fatigue, it would take too long for everyone to recover to project their capital fleets or bridge over towards the enemy, and a sub-capital fleet would need to travel around 47 jumps if they were going Stargate to Stargate in Imperium-only territory and staying in null. If we assume systems only take 1 minute to travel across at worst, we're looking at about an average of an hour of just travel time. Yes, I baked in just a little extra time since fleet commanders typically have to wait for fleets to align and herd cats together. Both of those are not ideal, and normally, except with advanced notice, the Imperium staging fleet cannot participate in the fight because the threat of the enemy running and not giving them a fight back, thus wasted time. The Imperium's coalition territory is vast and all interconnected with jump bridges. The actual distance, if you take the jump gates, just roughly looking at the map and playing connect the dots, 21-ish jumps or just under a half hour of travel time. This is a much more reasonable amount of time for a force to be projected and return home after interfering in fights that really aren't theirs. That's the reality of force projection. Is larger groups can swing their hammer around in a much shorter time frame than any other group. As Okami stated, this has the knock-on effect of forcing smaller groups to join the big coalitions in order to survive or even participate in Sov Null, which then perpetuates the problem that only extremely large groups can contend in Null and interact with that portion of the game. There's no room for smaller alliances to carve out their own territory when the Imperium, Fraternity, or other large groups are just a few jumps away from interfering in your day. Okami states nearly impossible. I state it is impossible. The only reason why the drone lands exist for small to medium-sized alliances is because the Imperium and Winter coalitions allow it to. Even then, that's what the express promise that if any one group in the drone lands becomes large enough to put up a good fight, the Imperium will start fighting them. Ansiblexes are not the only factor when it comes to force projection. Wormholes and filaments can be manipulated to create an expedited route, as well as alpha accounts can be spun up with the express purpose of being staged in one area for free to be activated at a moment's notice. In conversations with the CSM, FC Okami was asked to provide their perspective, thoughts, and plans in regards to affecting force projection, and the upcoming Ansiblex changes were presented to them. A bold solution, as Okami put it, because it's become clear to them that small, continuous changes are not impacting force projection. Ansiblexes are not being deleted. Okami has made it clear that he loves it as part of the fantasy of Eve, so they're staying, not without major changes. No, jump fatigue will not be incorporated into jump gates. It was discussed, but Okami is not a fan of stun lock mechanics that prevent or hinder actions, and he feels that jump fatigue falls into that category. While jump fatigue did put pressure on projection, it didn't solve either and can be overly punishing. So let's talk about what's being presented. Ansiblexes will no longer use liquid ozone, but instead have a capacitor like ships or citadels. The bigger the ship, the more capacitor is used to facilitate the jump. Once the capacitor hits 0, the gate needs to recharge enough in order to accommodate the next jump. A new attribute will be added to ships so that FC doesn't need to try and rebalance ship mass if they wanted to use that. This also gives FC the ability to tweak this new attribute to balance things. This leads to different counterplay that players can incorporate, such as draining the capacitor to disable the gate, and for owners to install an upgrade that improves Anzablex capacity totals and or recharge rates. Zoning is also being introduced. Zoning will start from your Alliance SOV capital system, and within 5 light years of that system, all Anzablexes within that bubble will not have its capacitor impacted by ships jumping through it, and you can travel freely. Beyond this, there are going to be 4 additional zones that radiate beyond that initial 5 light years. Assuming this means 25 light years is the cap, alliances will be limited to an Anzablex bubble of 25 light years, or just over 3.5 jump drive jumps if you're using a regular carrier and a Sino. In each of these zones, the capacitor cost to use an Anzablex increases. By how much, we don't know yet, but these zones give Fenris Creations levers tweak and balance these as well. A big hit to these changes is that capital ships will no longer be allowed to use Anzablexes and will have to rely on normal Stargates or jump drives and Sinos. This means that deploying your capital ship assets becomes even more important and strategic. This has caused Fenris Creations to reduce the number of system Sino jammers that can be anchored in a system from 3 down to 1. This reduces the advantage defenders have and increases the strategic opportunity for attackers to take out this infrastructure to bring in capital forces. The current allowed exception is Rorquals. They are going to be allowed to traverse Anzablexes in the first iteration, but that could be subject to change. Nothing is said about freighters though. The biggest change with the presented solution is access control lists. Presently, you can give specific access to individuals or groups to use your Anzablexes, extending the range of your network even further through deployment. Under this new change, Anzablexes will become alliance only. No one outside of that alliance that holds the jump gate can use it. Other ACLs are not impacted by this change at this time, such as Sino beacons. Tolls will also be removed from Anzablexes. Typically, an alliance will charge a fee for using the jump gate relative to how much liquid ozone your ship used, so they could replenish it. With liquid ozone no longer being needed and only alliances will be able to use their own jump gates, tolls are no longer needed. And as a revenue stream, at least in the alliances I've been, it was typically priced at the cost of the liquid ozone. So I don't believe it will impact alliances too much in their wallet and may be inconsequential. This solution is slated for the September 2026 major update. Things will change along the way, and a month ahead of the update, FC will provide detailed numbers for zoning and other changes so alliances can make the necessary updates to their jump gate networks. In addition, while not guaranteed, FC will be exploring options like rig amnesty for alliances who want to readjust their networks without destroying any rigs for a period of time. That's the update, and before I get into my thoughts on the matter, I have linked the dev blog down below. Hey everybody, quick interjection. While I was editing this video, we just got that dev blog with some more details on the Anzablex capacitor, and wow, this gets even more crazier. But one thing I want to clarify very quickly is whenever I say 25 light year maximum limit or whatever, that was before we had all this new information, so just keep that in mind whenever I say for the rest of the video hypothetical 25 light year maximum, because that's really all the information that we had, so it was still a hypothetical going off of the per 5 light year zone limit. What we're going to be covering right here is the quick little details that we just got on zoning. So again, bear with me through the rest of the video. It was recorded before we got all this new information. Let's get you the updated information on how the capacitor is actually going to work with the Anzablex and some of the numbers that could still be subject to change before the actual release. So we'll just put a big pin in it because, spoiler alert, you can cap out a Zone 5 Anzablexes with 4 Marauders. Under the current design, the Anzablex capacitor will be tuned to have a total of 1250 terajoules, have a average recharge equivalent of 200 terajoules every hour, which means the total recharge time from 0 is going to be 6.25–6.5 hours. And the Anzablex capacitor will use the same non-linear recharge model as ship capacitors, so we're all familiar that 30–40% is the fastest recharge time. One thing that was mentioned with the counterplay was the possibility of using remote neutralizers and cap transfers to affect the capacitor of the Anzablexes. Those will not be incorporated at release. We know for a fact that cap neutralizers will be a counterplay, at least in the future, because that was mentioned in the initial article, and people have been memeing about the remote cap transfers. Even though it's mentioned in here, I still think it's a little up in the air that remote cap transfers are allowed on these. So the cost of jumping, this is where we get into some interesting things. We've got 3 examples that were provided. The distance between Ansiplexes no longer matters with capacitor costs, and it just matters with where you are going from one zone to another. So if you are in zone 2 and you're going to an Ansiplex in zone 3, the zone 2 Ansiplex eats the zone 3 cost. So a Capsuleer is in a Tengu in zone 2 and is jumping to an Ansiplex that is in zone 3. The capacitor cost to the Ansiplex at the point of origin would be 78 terajoules. So the strategic cruiser's base cost is 13 terajoules multiplied by whatever the zone is, in this case 6, because that is the zone 3 multiplier. A Capsuleer is in a Redeemer in zone 5 and is jumping to an Ansiplex in zone 4. The capacitor cost of the Ansiplex at the point of origin is 162 terajoules, because again, it is taking the capacitor cost of the destination, not where the zone is originating. So if you're going from a zone 5 to a zone 5, you get the zone 5 cost. If you're going from zone 4 to zone 5, you're getting the zone 5 cost. If you're going zone 5 to zone 4, you're getting the zone 4 cost. So that's what that is. A Capsuleer is in an Epithal in zone 2 and is jumping to an Ansiplex in zone 1. Although Tech 1 haulers have a base cost of 1 terajoule, because the multiplier for zone 1 is 0, no capacitor is used in that transaction. The zones we have, and this is again where without the context of the information here, just from the first article, you could assume a maximum Ansiplex anchor range of 25 light years, but you could have Ansiplexes 40 light years from your capital. It's just going to be all zone 5 cost, which, as I mentioned, 4 Marauders can cap out an Ansiplex in zone 5. Zone 1, as we all know, is 0 to 5 light years from the capital. Zone 2 is 5.1 to 10. Zone 3, 10.1 to 15. Zone 4 is 15.1 to 20. And Zone 5 is 20.1 and onward. And the respective multipliers are 0, 2, 6, 9, and 15. So again, if we just look up here, a Redeemer in zone 5, let's say it's going to another zone 5, that is 18 times 15. Each Redeemer uses 270 terajoules of capacitor on a zone 5 Ansiplex going to another zone 5 Ansiplex, which means it'll cap out and can't take anything more with just 4 Redeemers. So continuing on here, we have the different capacitor bands. We have capsule exhumers, expedition frigates, freighters, haulers, jump freighters, mining barges, prototype exploration ship, shuttles, yachts, and corvettes, all sharing the same capacitor band, which is they have a base value of 1. A capsule in zone 1 takes 0 capacitor. In zone 2, it takes 2. Zone 3, it takes 6. Zone 4, it takes 9. And zone 5, it takes 15 capacitor from the point of origin Ansiplex. Same goes for everything in that same band there. Frigates have a base value of 4. Covert ops have a base value of 5. Destroyers 6. We have assault frigates, blockade runners, and deep space transports all having 7. Interceptors have 8. Interdictors have 8.5. Man destroyers, electronic attack ships, logistics frigates, and tactical destroyers all have a base value of 9. Industrial command ships and cruisers have a base value of 10. What that means is if you are taking a zone 2 Ansiplex to another zone 2 Ansiplex, you can only have 62 cruisers with you of just Tech 1 or faction cruisers. Heavy interdiction cruiser 10.5, stealth bomber 11, force recon, heavy assault cruiser, and combat recons are all 11.5, flag cruiser 12, logistics 12.5, strategic cruiser 13, attack cruiser is 14. I said attack cruiser, I meant attack battle cruiser. Combat battle cruiser is 14.5, expedition command ships 15, man ships 16.5, battleships 16.5, black ops 18, marauders 19, and Rorqual 19. The last change that was announced just here is that the cooldown to change an alliance capital system will be increased to 90 days. That way capitals can't just shift around all over the place. Again, this is only changing Ansiplexes. It's not changing how Stargates, jump pros, and filaments work, and those will allow folks to travel as normal. So that is the update very quickly that we just got while I was editing this video. Again, with the context that I was lacking from the previous article, I'm still going to say in the rest of the script, 25 light years hypothetical maximum. There is no maximum. It's just beyond 20.1 light years. It's all going to be zone 5. Let's keep that context in mind and let's get back to the video. So my thoughts? My jaw dropped when I read all of this. As someone who used to work closely and keep track of the ins and outs of our Alliance material, where it was going towards the logistics of structure management, this is a huge and, as Okami put it, bold move that will definitely shake things up. For the better, we'll see. All of this hinges on one major component of this whole thing, access control lists. Yes, a lot of things are going to be factored into this update, but the biggest change I foresee from this comes with the change to access control lists. Coalitions are a purely social construct. There's no official game system that supports the organization of coalitions. Alliances are the biggest organizational structure the game allows presently, and that's intended by game design to be that way. Players, as always, have shown their ability to organize and adapt beyond game design and create new systems of play and organization. Emergent gameplay. As a side note, I love emergent gameplay. From targeting a group of ice miners that collect a particular kind of ice because your enemy uses that fuel mostly, to shaking hands at Iceland at FanFest, not even logged in, and making deals that will affect thousands of players. This is what I play EVE for, and I'm never going to argue against emergent gameplay or things players come up with to organize themselves, so long as it's not exploitative like war deck mechanics. Players decided they wanted to organize beyond alliances and use systems that were designed to give alliances and temporary allies the ability to share and be flexible, has been used to create amazing things. Where else in the gaming industry can you find a player organizational structure that contains literal tens of thousands of players, not just within the primary group itself, but across a coalition that are each contributing in some form or another? Players have a knack for solving game systems in EVE, and this goes all the way back to the organizational effort that brought the first Titan, Steve, into existence far faster than any game dev thought possible, to the point that the code to actually deploy the Titan from the construction bay hadn't been incorporated yet, and a dev had to spawn it in manually for the group that built it. There are a few things that alliances and members look for in a coalition in regards to its organizational structure and abilities: logistics, infrastructure, territory, and the manpower to defend that territory. The backbone of any organization of any size is logistics. The actual moving of goods, services, and such across distances is what makes or breaks any effort of organization. Even a one-man corp, if someone is juggling just their own characters, they have to figure out the logistics of acquiring materials or moving goods to market. Imagine that on a scale the likes of the Imperium or Winterco, with collectively more than 150,000 characters between them. I don't think anything needs to change with logistics. Even in a well-established group, it is hard to maintain because you are tasked with making players become Amazon delivery drivers. This type of organizational hurdle, I believe every group needs to figure out, and any group worth their salt should figure it out. Next, we have manpower. At any point in your journey in Null, Initiative, Winter Coalition, or the Imperium can, have, and will interfere with your efforts. As the saying goes, join or die, and if you choose the latter, die quietly. The ability for groups to light the beacons and call Rohan for aid has been a part of the Null environment for decades now. EVE is 23 years old, I can say decades. The biggest battles in EVE have occurred because of this fact, breaking records every other year as player conflicts escalate, such as the bloodbath of B-R, the massacre at M2, the siege of FWST, the battle of 9-TAC-4, and more recently, the clash at Athioth, by setting a new record of over 10,000 players in the system at the same time. All of this takes immense coordination, and to an outside smaller group trying to establish themselves, impossible to contend with. You have to join, and if you don't, you won't be holding any territory for long, even if you manage to grab it somehow. The ability for alliances to call upon each other for manpower will never change, but with a vast expanse of territory that could be considered friendly, it's easy for alliances to contribute to large fights with their established infrastructure. But this is another emergent gameplay thing I don't believe FC is intending to harm. Players will always find a way to participate in fights, but with these changes, they may be selective and just focus on their immediate rival rather than interfere with a random fight in the Southwest or a group that obtained 3 systems and can't or won't expand beyond that. Like I mentioned earlier, the Imperium can cross 8 different regions of their own territory in the span of 20 minutes, whereas an opposing faction would take 2 to 3 times longer to travel the same distance. Safe, quick, well-maintained, and defended routes will always favor the territory owner. To an extent, I think this needs to be maintained. There needs to be a reason to own territory, an advantage you have over non-residents to your territory. I want to be specific in my language of non-residents. I believe that the Ansible exchanges should be Alliance-only infrastructure. If a non-resident wants to have a clone in 4TAC-H or CTAC-J staging systems to participate in big fights with their coalition mates, go for it. But I believe Ansiblex access should just extend to the Alliance holding the SOV. At the same time, just to touch on it, having participated in a single fight that had 3 Sino-Jammers as the objective in order to bring in capital support, I'm in favor of leveling the playing field and having just a single jammer to grind through. This does mean that smaller alliances have less wiggle room when it comes to defending the system from a capital fleet, but against an equally sized alliance, it should make things interesting. So back to Ansiblexes. The zoning aspect is going to be very interesting. Assuming with 5 zones at 5 light years each, maximum territory for a single alliance shouldn't extend beyond 25 light years in radius. I've always looked at the game of Stellaris, how massive empires have big logistics problems to solve, but the biggest potential because of the amount of resources available to them. While those problems existed for EVE players as well, and to an extent have been solved, it's always favored alliances to spread to as much territory as possible. Playing tall in Stellaris works, and it should work in EVE as well, but with systems like Equinox SOV and the way systems are connected, it demands more space in order to not only get the resources you require, but to transfer resources between systems to get more powerful resources online and available for your members. I do not believe that the Equinox SOV is compatible with the Ansible exchanges that are coming. Equinox SOV requires SOV holding alliances of any size to play wide, not tall. These player empires played wide to begin with, but that's because they had a wider foundation to enrich their tall gameplay. Now it's down to just wide. There's already memes going about that state that Force auxiliaries will be used to cap up an Ansiblex so it can facilitate more jumps. If that becomes a game system, I don't see a problem with that, especially if we assume you simply won't be able to just anchor an Ansiblex outside of your 25 light bubble. If someone can drain its capacitor, let someone fill it. Maybe with a debuff to discourage, but not outright ban the behavior, like with Intosa's modules having a debuff if you try to use them on the capital ship. What do I think will happen when this change goes through? Do I think Nullsec is ruined? No, I don't think it's ruined. I think it's going to do what it always does: evolve, adapt, and survive. I believe coalitions will largely stay together, but as time goes on, without a direct interconnected network of jump gates, the more staging fleets will be pressured to exert their manpower outside of the home territory. In a hypothetical, Dracarys could end up getting attacked by residents from the west or southwest. And if the staging fleet in Ismother cannot respond or in time, Dracarys may reevaluate their relationship with the coalition as a whole. While coalitions require their members to be self-sufficient with defending themselves, the coalition head is the one to set an example and defend a member and augment their forces. The moment that this is tested and fails, I believe we'll see more alliances breaking off, expanding, or retreating to a 25 light year radius and leave pockets of no man's land, spaces for smaller alliances to grab a few systems for themselves. With Equinox SOV, I do not envy the challenge those smaller alliances will have, even if they manage to grab a few systems. In order to take advantage of your space, you essentially need at least 2 constellations owned so you have enough workforce and power to do anything meaningful. As someone who helped plan and map where upgrades should go and how to power them, it is a nightmare. Like I mentioned, Equinox SOV requires alliances to play wide, not tall. Otherwise, there is very little worth in the space because of the workforce and power required to do anything. Having been in Null before, the argument that alliances need wide space for their players is not true. Most systems have only 1 or 2 people in it on average outside of the core systems. People don't venture much beyond the staging system, yet the systems are upgraded to accommodate 15 to 20 players at one time. The real reason these empires need to play wide is in order to power logistics complex infrastructure like Ansiblex's and supercapital production facilities. Back to that Ansiblex bubble. Definitely SeaTac-J, ForTac-H, and SeaTac-N will no longer become coalition headquarters. They will shift to encompass as much territory as they can within that 25 light-year bubble. For example, most of SeaTac-J's theoretical 25 light-year bubble will encompass NPC space and be wasted, and they'll likely move their capital to somewhere in Imencia or Tenerifis. And Goonswarm will likely require the coalition's members to give up a few systems so an Ansiblex can be anchored within the bubble so the Goon fleet can traverse most of the Imperium territory. This is what is going to be the biggest shakeup early on, the shifting of where the capital of many alliances will be. Coalitions will be tested when member alliances are required to give up territory for Ansiblex infrastructure if parts of their territory is encompassed by the coalition head's Ansiblex bubble. And giving up territory under Equinox Sov could break lots of connections and turn off lots of upgrades, or multiple systems will be needed to be given in order to support an Ansiblex. I believe there will come a tipping point in these coalitions where an alliance doesn't feel they are getting the same benefit as they once were and turn inwards and go independent if they are able, or simply join the head alliance and move. In that case, yes, the big dogs get bigger, but then more space opens up that is no longer occupied because an alliance dissolved to join Goons, leaving an opportunity. I believe that there will be a lot of friction over this update, in and out of game. I believe that changes and more challenges should be provided to empires managed at that big of a scale. And at the same time, I believe that more reason should be given for alliance management to play the game, because having been in alliance management, let alone coalition management myself, I had to convince myself that I was playing Eve while typing away on Discord, not even logged in. And lastly, because of this change, and because what I feel is going to be a limiting factor to alliances, I feel that Equinox Sov needs to be upgraded to a point that allows more to be done in the space that is there. If alliances are going to be expanding or contracting their territory, or their member counts are going to be swelling, there needs to be stuff for them to do in that space. Buffing Equinox Sov so that it's more compatible with these Ansiblex changes, I am in favor for. The current system of Equinox Sov makes some space total trash still, even with the bounce pass that happened. So I think with the Ansiblex changes, there needs to be a balance to all Sov space again. Because right now, if pockets of 10 solar systems open up, it's very difficult for smaller alliances to utilize that space. And in order for small alliances to succeed, they need to be able to do a little more than what is currently possible in the space that they take. What are your thoughts on the upcoming change? Good, bad, needed, not needed? Will this help younger alliances establish themselves in the pockets in between? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. YouTube thinks you'd like this video on screen now. Were they right? Give it a watch and find out. Be sure to like, subscribe, and use my creator codes in the description to show your support for the channel. Thank you to our amazing YouTube and Patreon members. Welcome to our newest members, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now. Hey, come closer. Yes, you. Do you want to make money in EVE Online that some players are leaving on the table? I've got the guide for you. Sleeper caches are avoided by many exploration players, and sometimes that's because they don't know the rules to these lucrative sites. So I'm going to share with you a step-by-step guide on how to take on the superior sleeper cache and walk away with your ship intact. EVE Online is too big to explore alone. Let's explore it together. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Lynn Rankin. I've spent a long time in New Eden, and I'm here to share with you what I've learned and continue to learn in this amazing game we call EVE. Today, we're going to be continuing our exploration series, talking about how to make millions, if not billions of ISK in loot. In this video, we're going to take on the big brother sleeper cache, the superior sleeper cache, which will put a nice little bow on this chapter of our exploration series. Then we'll take on some truly dangerous exploration sites that make these sleeper caches look like they belong in Exordium. On screen is my buzzard fit. You can pause the screen to read it or use the link in the description to use this fit. It can do just about every exploration site except for the Aegis and SCC sites. Those will be subjects for our next series of exploration videos. But for today, we're talking about the superior sleeper cache, which I will refer to here on out as either Site or cache to save me some words and sanity. To start, this is a level 5 exploration site. This means you need some pretty decent skills and fits in order to scan these down, and your probes need at least a scan strength of 104 in order to scan it down. If you are close to scanning it down, but you're already as low as the scanner will go in scan radius, hold down the control button and use your scroll wheel to physically make the probes move closer together, which will tighten the scan on some peskier sites. You can also save this formation for later use. After we scan down the site, we can go ahead and warp to it. You're met with the same hack we need to make in all sleeper caches in order to access the site. We have 2 attempts realistically. On a success, we will spawn a rift to enter the site. On a fail, we have 60 seconds to get a success on our next hack before the site disappears completely. If you notice that the gate has already been hacked successfully and the rift is already there, it is recommended to see if anyone else is in local, if you see any ships on your directional scanner, and to check a website like ZKillboard and look up the solar system you're currently in to see if someone has died to turrets or gas clouds. It can still be risky to go in if nothing shows up on ZKillboard, so it's up to you to risk it at this point. It's very important to never cloak inside these sites. It will cause them to despawn after a few minutes. When you take the rift, you will want to see how far you are warping near your HUD. If the warp distance is 31,000 kilometers, you're heading to the Sol Ray room first as your first room. If the warp is 62,000 kilometers, you're heading to the turret room as your first room. In this instance, I'm being sent to the turret room first. Eve University will have you take the rift next to you and run the Sol Ray room first. I prefer to do the turret room first since my nerves are still fresh, and it will run in the background while we do the rest of the site. When you arrive in the turret room, first make sure you are ready to warp out if the rift was already open at the entrance. Someone may have triggered the turrets and they're still aggressive. If you see a wreck or the turrets start attacking you, warp out and move on to a different site. If they're not aggressive, we can proceed with the site. You will notice a remote defense grid unit. We want to approach it slowly and keep range of 5,000 meters so we don't trigger the turrets by accident. They are proximity activated. By hacking this, we will turn one of the turrets over to our side and it will start shooting the other turrets, and the other turrets will be hostile to it. What we need to do is immediately turn on our micro warp drive and hack the sentry repair station nearby. This will repair our friendly turret and keep it alive while it picks off the enemy turrets. I was a little slow here, so it was a little close, and you can see that our friendly turret was to let the Empires sort it out for themselves for a while. This brings us to Titans. EVE Online is famous for them, but back in the early days of the lore, the scale of these ships was absurd. The Amarr built the very first one, called the Emperor ship. It was literally the size of a small moon, built primarily so the Amarr Emperor could take a grand tour of his territory in safety.
Ain't no fun about to be had in here. Understand? This is strict. We here to play marathon, we here to win, and we here to be strict. I don't care about none of that.
What?
You heard what
We're
I
not
said.
Here to be strict.
We here to be strict.
Crazy.
Yep.
Oh, that's
This
crazy.
about to be the most military game of marathon you've ever played. Ever asked me, let's have fun. No. Heard what I said. Shout out to everybody at home, man. Welcome to the Big Bros Morning Show. We about to get started with man. We're not gonna waste your time. I did the intro today. If y'all saw earlier the morning workout, and then we about to jump into this thing. First of all, giving glory to the Father, Jesus Christ, head of my life. Shout out to my boy Steak is in the house right now, coming in here
It's
weird.
It's strict. It's strict.
You see, you know what's funny? You're lucky my button didn't read when I pressed it, because all they would have heard in the first 3 seconds is, yeah, and that would have sounded crazy as the first thing you come into.
Do you have proof that this happened?
Again, if it would have started 3 seconds earlier when I pressed the button, that's what they would have heard.
If it would have started 3 seconds earlier, it would have. This is what it would have sounded like. Hey Trey, you ready to have fun?
Man.
No, we can't have no fun.
You know,
It's strict.
you know what's
That's how
crazy?
it would've went. That's how
Can I
it
be
would've
honest?
started.
It's crazy how you could just lie to my face. Like you could lie to me.
So that exchange
directly.
didn't happen? Did that exchange happen? Yes or no?
It did happen. Why did it happen? Why did that happen though?
I don't remember.
And it's
I don't remember, bro. You know me and my memory, bro.
Yo, like I said, man, the fact that you can lie to me in my face,
me and my memory, bro.
It's the facial line. Like you don't lie to me behind my back. You can lie to me directly to my face and not care.
Have you recovered from almost ending the stream on Don't Get Pumped?
I didn't have a problem with what I said. Y'all had a problem with what I said. I was perfectly fine with what I said. I think the show was fine with what I said until y'all made a big deal about it.
Bro. I don't know who in the show was okay with you ending the stream on Don't Get Pumped.
I should have made that the title of the show.
Low key, I mean, there's still space and opportunity.
I should. Don't get pumped. Cause I put don't get hit by the waist of shotgun. Now I gotta change it.
Dang.
Now I gotta change it. So I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm working on something, and I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty cool, man.
You got like a little vid coming out. That's a little. You know what I'm saying?
No, not a video. I'm actually working on a tournament.
Oh, this is stuff we was talking about.
Yeah, I'm working on a tournament for like not really a tournament. I want to more so say a league for Marathon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to actually, you know me. I'm into more leagues than I am like actual tournaments. I'm into leagues. So yeah, I'm actually I'm working on that. I'm working on a league for Marathon. Something that people can have fun doing. You know, like, you know, when they get on the game, they have something to look forward to. I feel like right now, like, even though it's like pretty fun to, you know, play and stuff like that, I think people just need something to look forward to. That's like, hey, this week, you know, he's got this league coming. I'm trying to jump up in there.
Right.
You know, I don't know if there's any tournaments. I haven't really seen any. Like, I ain't seen nobody throwing no stuff. I ain't seen it. I don't know if anybody else seen it. I ain't seen nothing. But, you know, I think throwing a league, I think that'd be pretty cool, especially considering the fact that there's a space for it. I feel like there's a space for it. Right now, it'll be just kill races. You know, like it'll just be team kills and stuff like that. But the main one is what I want to do is cryo. Like that's the main one I want to do is cryo. I want to do the cryo kill races.
That'll be fun.
I think that'd be extremely.
How would that work? I'm interested.
Just
is it gonna be like a team thing?
Yeah, it's just team thing. It's just team based. Yeah. I mean, ones would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how you would do that.
Yeah, it's just gonna be just straight up teams. Like it's just gonna be like because I can make brackets for it. So I can make brackets for like each team. Like, think about it like they'll do best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
And then it'll be this team versus this team, and then another bracket be this team versus this team, this team versus this team, and then we'll do it like that, like where, you know, they go into the next round and then that team face and then the next round, and then it's gonna be like the final round where that team faces also. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I actually want to see what this game will look like in a more tournament style, because like you're not there to get the best loot. You're not there to, you can, don't get me wrong, you can, but you're not
like,
there
the
for
best
it.
Loot would increase your odds of killing the next team you run across. So I mean, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this ain't about compiler. Like you're not here to do compiler. As soon as you wipe the lobby, we leaving out. We going right back into the next one. Like leave, hurry up and leave, right back into the next one. But I can only imagine cryo because it's so much third party and it's so much killing. You know what I'm saying? Like it.
Yeah, there's so many like stalemate fights where it's like,
Yeah.
you gotta know what team is gonna be like willing to fight you and what team is not.
Yeah.
Because if you get into a like, say they're at one end of the hallway, we're at one end of the hallway.
Yeah.
We're throwing nades, and then all of a sudden, you know,
Yeah.
the noise stops. It's like, do we stay or do we push, or like, you know what I'm saying? Because we're kind of on a time limit here.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be fun to see, like how teams play under that pressure. How good teams play under that pressure, knowing that you really can't. You know what I should do instead? Like I shouldn't do it as like a best 2 out of 3. I should do it as a timer. Like run the rounds as a timer instead. I think that will work better than me doing it best 2 out of 3. Because it's like, let's say you get wiped out real quick, and then how much, like, it'll be like because cryos, I want to say each round would technically be an hour. Or let's say each round would be like 45 minutes. We have 40, like the first round is 45 minutes. And it's like, how many kills can you rack up in 45 minutes? That way, like if a match is going
While
terribly
extracting,
wrong,
right?
huh?
I said like while extracting, of course.
Yeah, like so. The reason I'm saying I think this will work better is because while there's gonna be some moments where, let's say another team just destroys the whole lobby, you only fight that one team. You gotta hurry up and exfil and get out immediately so you can jump back into another lobby. If I do best 2 out of 3, it might be like, bro, we didn't even get to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? So
Or
I feel like 2 out of 3.
The opposite of that is they just all wipe every lobby, and then you have the same amount of kills as a tie.
Right. So I feel like if I do the best 45, like you do 45 minutes or like 40 minutes, that way it's like you gotta be speedy, you gotta be fast, and then you gotta hurry up and wipe the lobby, and you gotta leave. You gotta get out. So I also thought about this too. Should I run it to where the kills only count if you exfil? Or should it be like, nah, it can't, because I don't want people to be like, you shouldn't be able to just quit.
Yeah, no. It should only count if you exfil.
Okay, bet, yeah, because I was thinking that too.
Imagine going in there with like a Rudy Poo kit, like all of y'all, and y'all are good enough to just wipe a couple teams and then just leave.
Yeah.
Like you go in there with some blues that you don't care about, and you just leave the game. Like, no,
Yeah.
you gotta exfil.
Okay, but yeah, because I was thinking I was thinking that same thing. Like, I feel like people would just like cheese it. You know what I'm saying? Like go in just was like some bull crap and then be like, yeah, we just gonna wipe this lobby out real quick and then hurry up and dip up out of here. Like, I don't want people to be able to do that. Like, I want people to like, you gotta actually stand 10 toes on it, and then you gotta exfil. Like, you have to properly exfil, because like, let's say you wipe 2 teams, like it's getting short on time. You know that the other team is in Panopticon, but you're on the other side. So you don't have time to go chase after them. So you're like, okay, this team don't want to fight us. We got 5 minutes left. Let's hurry up and leave and get into another lobby that's fresh. That way, as we're still in the lobby, we still get the points. You know what I'm saying? So we can get that one extra. We can extend the timer. I feel like that'd be pretty cool, bro. Like, I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
How would you do this? How would you do this, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Take your example. They're in Panopticon.
Yeah.
And we've killed 2 teams already. We say, hold on. One of them we pop recon on. One of them's by itself. We go kill him. But then we're like, it don't make sense to just camp his body and wait. You know what I'm saying? For his teammates to pull up because they're scared. So we exfil with 1 dead. Does that kill count?
We exfil with 1, like you only kill.
You full killed him.
I mean, yeah, that counts.
But
if
his team's not dead.
Yeah, it still counts.
Okay. I was just asking.
Yeah, it's got to be
I'm
player
trying to find the
eliminations.
loopholes.
Yeah, it's player eliminations. It's all based on player eliminations.
Okay. So it's not team wipes, it's eliminations.
Yeah.
That'll be kind of hard to watch too, though, because it's like those situations can happen when we get 1 down, or we fool somebody and don't kill the full team. We have to somebody would have to keep track of those moments.
Okay. Yeah, most of the matches I'm gonna have to watch on stream, right? It wouldn't be one of those like things that the matches that be happening off stream. So when I first start this, I'm not gonna start this with like 40 players. This would be like really like,
making sure
yeah,
all of the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, you know.
Yeah, this would be more of an intimate thing. Like I said, like I'll probably start this off with like 4 teams, just so that we can see every match. And as we keep going, then I can have moderators that are watching the matches to make sure they're not cheesed. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not just killing the same. Because when you get an elimination, I don't think if you fully drop somebody, I don't think it counts until you fully finish. Until they don't come back. If they res back again, I don't think it counts.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Dang, now I gotta look that up, bro. Does it count?
I feel like it would.
If you fully eliminate them and they get back up?
I don't know for sure, but I would assume that it would work. So
Okay.
So like, say I fooled you.
Yeah.
You got res, like triage res or whatever. I fooled you completely.
Yeah.
Your triage res you. I fool you again, and then they res you again. I fool you again. Is that 3 kills? I don't know.
Yeah, I would really hope not, bro. I would really hope not, bro. Like, dang, that would be, dang, I don't think we ever, even paid attention to that. Like, dang, now you got me wondering, bro. You really got me wondering now.
Yeah, I never really paid attention to it.
Yeah.
Not to mention that situation don't really happen a lot.
Now I gotta look. Now we gotta actually like see it. We gotta like intentionally try to. We gotta intentionally like pay attention to it to see how many knocks we get, and I'm gonna go back to the footage and look at it and see if it actually counts again. If you knock somebody, if you down somebody, and they get up and then you down them again. I would assume that the downs is different from the eliminations. So like when you down somebody, that counts. If you re-knock the same person, that's cool. But the elimination itself, I would assume it's.
Might just be one elimination.
Yeah, we gonna have to. Now we gotta talk to. I gotta get it. I gotta get close to Bungie, bro. I gotta get close to Bungie.
They gotta get you in that program first. They tripping.
Yeah, bro. They didn't even. I'm pretty sure they didn't even care about what my joint.
That's crazy.
They probably looked at it and was like, they probably. I'm telling you, bro. I didn't apply twice, bro. They are not rocking with me, man. I didn't apply to it twice. Yeah, I'll do it again. Bro. But man, they are not rocking with me, bro.
That's crazy work.
Guitar said, Trey, you were right, as was I, that the faction rep was a glitch. Bungie said as much. They pretty much said, oops, well, it's yours, congrats. Got so many credits with it. Yeah, I knew that was an accident. There's absolutely no way that was on purpose. No way that was on purpose. They literally gave everybody like 20. You had as many reps as your rank was. That's all the free rank, all the free stuff. It was like the when they updated the game.
Conspiracy theory.
What's up?
My conspiracy theory is if you understand how this glitch works, you can only grab those items, the credits, the salvage. You can only grab that stuff if you are not VIP in the faction,
right?
Which is helping the people that are more casual in the game. So it was like, all right, we're gonna help the people that's a little lower on the totem pole, and we're not gonna help the people that's actually VIP in these ones. Because the people that's VIP, you can't grab the credit.
Yeah. Because you're done already.
That's my conspiracy theory. Is that it could have been, it might be one of these beneficial glitches that they don't really care that it happened. Like
it was not, because it was just materials. Now, if it would have been guns, it'd been different. But now it's just materials, so it ain't really a big deal.
Yeah.
Breeze said, "Yo, Breeze, what's good, man?" Haven said, "Hey, Haven, welcome to the show, baby. Welcome, family." Nick said, "Good morning, Trey. We say you putting in that. We say you putting in that work. Tell Stick he can't call you fat. We say you putting in that work. Tell Stick he can't call you fat. I'm confused.
I just be talking about his shoulders.
Yeah,
and really not his shoulders. I be talking about Destroyer's shoulders.
Yeah, it's so much confusion.
He got some big shoulders.
It's so much confusion. I'm confused. Andy said, well. 4 meters for waster. 4 meters for waster down pump perps. That's so stupid, bro. I don't like it. I said I don't like it, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't like it. I don't care. After what happened to me yesterday, I don't care. Exactly. No, I have blue. No, I don't care. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. Tell Anthony I put respect on his name. I was making a joke about Steak's comments about you yesterday. Anthony, I don't think Anthony's here yet. We said, yo, Trey, guess what? My mouse and my skates got delivered today, so I can finally open up my glass pad. Wait, what mouse did you get? Did you get the... Well, you got that gray one, right? You got the gray one? And what kind of skates did you get? The dots, right? The black dots? I forgot. I always forget what that company's called. It starts with that. I got all my rook capstones because of it. Yeah, they gave a lot of stuff away, bro. It's like if you wasn't VIP, you got a lot of materials yesterday. Everything was like 15, 20 levels. I'm about to be looting. Did they fix it? Venera said, did they fix it so I can claim my rewards on my? No, if you VIP, you don't get it. You don't get it if you VIP.
Bullcrap.
Guitar said, nah, you don't get it if you VIP, bro. You already done. What else do you need? Like, bro, get over yourself.
Bro, it's 15 VIP levels.
Get over yourself. You're done. Nah, they made an official post saying it was a mistake. It definitely was a mistake. I told her that yesterday it was a mistake. DJ said, hey, how you doing? I'm good, DJ. And it's how we like in the update. I like it. I just don't like the waste stuff. I don't like the waste stuff. I love everything else on the twin tab. I'm loving. I love the Volt Thrower now. The Volt Thrower is just amazing. The C Tactical still trash. I don't know what they was thinking with that.
Hey,
But
Trey, I have something to say.
go ahead. There you go.
You were right, bro.
About-
I'm gonna give you your flowers.
About
while
what?
You still here.
What was I right
The
about?
Volt Thrower is good, bro.
I
It's
told.
good.
I was
Nah,
saying.
it's good. It's good. It's good.
I was
There you
saying.
go. I don't usually, do that, but you deserve it. There you
Yeah,
go.
I know you
You're
don't. I know. Cause I'm
You're
black.
right. What?
The Volt Thrower is meta. I don't know if it's meta, but it's good though. I'm picking that Volt Thrower over anything else right now. I'm picking that Volt Thrower over any freaking weapon right now, bro. I'm on my way home from work. Let me see that. Let me see the mouse when you get home. Call me when you get home.
Bro, these doggone ganglion unknown benefactor crap, they've been terrible. Give me a good gold gun.
You gotta stop yelling.
Freaking hardline.
You gotta stop yelling.
Bro.
Can you join the?
I
Can
think
you
the
join
CE
up?
Tactical,
Man, oh
the
my
hardline.
god, you take
Like,
forever
bro,
to
no,
join.
can I complain? Let me complain for a second.
I'm not
Dang.
saying hey, but just join up first.
All right, bet.
I'm on my way home.
We playing the PvE mode today?
We can play it today. Oh my god, bro. Dang. Can you chill out?
Goodness.
If a player lets you get that close, it's a skill issue. No, it's not. It is not hard to get close to people in this game. You better stop acting like it's hard to get close to people. It is not hard to get close to people in this game. It is extremely easy to get close to anybody in this game. It's so many times somebody is at point blank range against me. Like it's so easy to get close to people in this game. Tell Stick I only watch you for his comms. I only watch you for his comms. I'm confused. I feel like that's a diss to me. I don't know. That was crazy. Was that a diss to me, Steak? I don't know. That was weird. Did I read that wrong?
Yeah. Nah, you read it right, but
Okay.
I would say watch for more than just me. I'm not the streamer.
Dang. No, I don't even want him no more. You can have him.
See. Wonder and Drifter don't go nowhere.
The high
bro.
stars,
He
yeah, high
gonna accept
stars.
you back.
No,
He
I
gonna
don't,
accept
I don't
you
want
back.
him now. You can have him. I don't want him.
Don't
Yeah.
go nowhere, bro.
Okay.
No, no.
I already did what I
He
was
got a
going to.
sub. He got a sub in there. He do crap.
You can have him, bro. I'm gonna give you his
I was gonna
$4.99.
gift him a
I'm gonna
sub.
give you his $4.99. Don't even worry about it. You can have his $4.99 too.
Trey loves me. There you go. I know. Yeah, I know he do. He do. I forgot I locked both of these locks.
The KKV is still not good. I knew it wasn't gonna be. That buff just didn't seem like it was the right buff. It didn't seem like it was enough. I don't know. It just I'd rather just use the Volt Thrower. Now there's a glitch where you can't claim your level up rewards on the factions you got VIP. Yeah, you can't. If you're VIP, you cannot claim the rewards that people got that weren't VIP yet. The Volt Thrower is nasty. It's becoming meta. I don't know why they buffed it for real, because it wasn't meta. They just over buffed it. That's the problem. They overdid it. Like The making it shoot faster and then making it auto track immediately, that's the problem. And then you increase the bullet velocity, like you made it even. Now you really made it a problem. And that's not even the gold mine. I'm just talking about regular. Trey, we gotta get some KKV footage today. Okay, I'm gonna give you this trash gun today. It's still trash. So the KKV would be trash until they add at least 10 rounds to the mag. No, it still needs more damage. At least 9.3, maybe 9.5. It's not enough damage. 9.3 might be good enough. It's not enough damage, bro. Because like now you have a gun like the KKV, like the Vault Thrower, that is auto tracking you and it's shooting you faster and it's not gonna miss. And it doesn't need headshots. It doesn't need headshots at all, and you can get shot across corners. So the KKV has to be able to drop you in the first initial part of the fight, and it can't do that. It can't do that. It's not strong enough to do that. Even against gray shields, the Vault Thrower still wins. Low key, the Copperhead might have a good chance now. I don't like your attitude. I don't like how you talking. I don't like cause your mouth all open.
Excuse me?
He's got his mouth open, so he's laughing all hard. Isn't that what emojis do? Emojis show you what the person's doing. Isn't that what it's for?
Oh, I didn't see no emoji. My bad.
It's right there. He's ha 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 ha.
Okay.
So, yeah. So when I have Nala go outside real quick, come back chewing, and then lick you in the mouth, you're gonna be mad. I just logged in and still can't claim it. You cannot claim it, bro. You're VIP. It's not yours. You're done. Okay? Get over yourself. You're done. Stop sweating the game, pussy. Sheem said the Vault Thrower was already decent in its range, but now it's a legit option worth bringing in. It is. It's not going to be, if you keep people away from you with the Waster, you're going to be fine. Do you play subscribers with Let It Run With You? Yes, I do. I run with my subscribers on Fridays. Every Friday. I was referring to the love duo relationship between you and Steak. No. I don't like your English, bro. I don't like how you talking. So once I'm a VIP, you no longer can claim it. Yes, you cannot claim it. You're done, bro. You're sweating. That's your problem. You sweat too much. Trey, are we on that BS from yesterday? Do we have to say free steak? You could say free steak. You can say free steak, and steak is free. I'm not understanding. I'm confused. There's so much confusion.
I ain't gonna lie, the stream did kind of start off kind of strict, but we gonna see how it go. Like right now, I'm like, y'all ever watch Baki? I'm like, Mr. Unchained right now.
Well, why do you not have
We'll see. He might try to lock me down.
As long as we've been sitting here, where are your guns?
You didn't tell me to do nothing. First of all,
My
I'm not running with you. You only running the hard line. Get that crap out of
here.
here.
Bro, this is a free kit, so I can warm
Exactly.
up.
You about to sell my? All right, I got you. No,
I have to warm up. Can I warm up?
Yeah.
I don't have aim assist. So,
with a hard line?
Sir, this is a free kit.
Yeah, it's a terrible free kit.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
The D54 on.
It's a free kit, sir.
You not warming up with no hard line, Trey.
It's a free kit.
All right, whatever. I'm ready.
Like it's a free kit. Trey, I ain't seen the link for the camera battery yet. Hold on real quick. Let me find this link.
I need to see how bad this D54 is anyway.
I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just not.
How you know? You use it?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I use it. I'm just saying it's not bad. When you say bad is the bad is the KKV. That's bad. Like we not.
No. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
How you know I'm not understanding? My bad. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a day.
My bad.
It's gonna be a day.
I'm sorry, bro.
I just feel it.
You kind of made me a little mad. Go ahead.
That's all good. Let me go get my energy drink. I already know what we gonna.
Why do you need an energy drink for what?
Don't worry about it.
No, I'm like
you running hard lines on my team. That's why.
Bro, why do you have an attitude? I don't understand where your attitude is coming from. Family, it's crazy. Like, family, he's had an attitude like this whole time. He came in here with an attitude. It's wild. I'm not understanding. Hold up, y'all. Let me get this link real quick, cause because this battery, I ain't gonna cap. This camera is gonna keep shutting off. I ain't gonna lie.
All the ones on my team, green ones. Yeah, I'm gonna need an energy drink because if I ain't gonna kill him, who is?
Why do you need an energy drink though? Like you acting like I'm stressing your life out. Like it's
fine. It's fine.
Nah, that's crazy.
It's fine. The hard line ain't gonna kill him. I gotta do it.
Like I just don't appreciate how he's acting like I'm stressing him out or something. It's crazy.
It's the green hard line that's stressing me out.
It's
the
a
green one.
free kit, sir.
Put the D54 on.
Sir. This is
You're not about to be halfway sniping on my team.
This is a free kit, sir.
What does that mean?
I'm not understanding.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I got it.
I do not know what camera this is. Hold on. Like he being sassy. Like I don't understand why he being so sassy today. I ain't even do nothing to him. Did I buy this camera off of?
You gonna be glitching and lagging today too?
Bro, you're crashing out now.
How? I'm just asking.
No.
I can't ask questions.
You're actually crashing out now. Now you're crashing. No, I'm just saying you're crashing out. Trey, I apologize for Trey. I apologize for Trey. He's just got done boxing training and his blood pressure is my blood pressure. Move, mama. You can't see it. You can't do that. I'm not doing this. Mama, you gotta move. Thank you. You gotta move. You can't put your head there. All right. Y'all bugging today, bro. I ain't even. I have been very chill. I've been very calm. I've been extremely relaxed. And all y'all been doing is trolling me this whole time. I cannot understand why I'm being trolled so hard. Okay. All right. I just found it. I got to find a completely different one that works because the one that I previously bought does not exist anymore. All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat in the YouTube side because Nick keep asking me. And Steak keeps saying I'm strict and I'm not. You gonna all right, bro.
Hey, bro,
All
you
right.
keep on begging me to ready up, bro.
Sir,
I've been
I'm
ready for
trying
10
to. I just
minutes.
literally told you what I was doing. I'm not doing this with you, bro. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. It's in the chat, Nick. I'm not doing this with you, bro. I literally I just told you what I'm doing. He keeps asking me. So what do you want me to do? You want me to ignore him? Would you like?
I didn't even listen when you told me what you were doing.
That's the problem right there.
No, it's not.
Because you're black.
I didn't listen to a word. I can't even remotely tell you what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. I know what you. I know exactly
Because
what you're
you're
doing.
black.
You're not readying up. I know that
Because
part.
you're black.
I know that part. That's the part I really know.
Because you're black.
I'll change my title. Customize. It's not customized. Wait. Oh, yes, it is. don't matter. It's the anthem, Trey.
It doesn't rhyme.
It don't matter.
It's a song and it's supposed to rhyme.
It don't matter.
You know what, bro? You know what?
When it's real, it gotta rhyme, Trey.
That's not real.
When it's real, it don't gotta rhyme.
It's not real. So
It is real.
Can you
got me on
see?
this map, I'm screwed.
So you
I
actually can't see?
It's
You-
foggy.
can you really
brought
not
a
see?
hard line, knowing what map we was going to, and you
did
let me bring a pistol.
did you open the
let me
game?
bring only a
Did you
pistol.
open the game and look and see what map was duos?
No.
So is that my problem or your
You didn't
problem?
tell me you were running duos.
Is
You didn't say
that
that.
I
You didn't
literally
say that.
said